welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the different types of beauty blenders. I had no idea until recently. That's kind of why I wanted to make this video, because I figured if I don't know, there must be some people that don't know either. I had no clue till recently that there was any difference in colors. Of course there are, you know, these little ones that are obviously for different reasons. But I really wanted to get into just the different colors of beauty blenders and what they're actually for. So if you guys are wondering what the difference is, I'm actually going to show you guys or demo them exactly how they're supposed to be used. So let's get started. I've always felt like the black beauty blender was a lot softer. I have seen a lot of inconsistencies with beauty blenders before. Even the shapes sometimes are a little off, kind of like demented, and then some of them are a little softer than others. But I feel like with any like mass production product, you are gonna get so many different inconsistencies, and I bet you like a billion of these sell every day. So I don't know if this is just something I've personally experienced, but right now I feel like the black beauty blender is so much softer than the rest of the beauty blenders. Or if you look up close, it just looks like the pores in the beauty blender are so much bigger, so it just seems like more fluffy, a little lighter. So that's just what I notice always with the black beauty blender. But that could be, once I get into what it's actually for, the pink beauty blender is just the original. It feels a little bit more dense than the rest, even though, you know, it's still pretty squishy. You guys have felt the beauty blender before, I'm sure, so it just feels normal, like the beauty blender. This one does feel kind of softer. I don't know what it is about it. It's just not softer, but smoother. Maybe like doesn't absorb as much. That's kind of how I feel about it, because when I put these two together, this one just seems a lot tighter in its pores. And then this beauty blender is just the nude beauty blender. It feels almost identical to the pink. So those are just some of my small little observations. The differences are so like tiny that is why I didn't even realize that maybe they were for different things. They all look the same, they feel the same, until you kind of compare them, you know, all at once. Then you kind of start seeing tiny differences. So the white is called the Pure. So this one is made more for sensitive skin because it doesn't have the dyes in it. Also, this one is meant for skincare, so I did end up applying, so I started off with a serum, and then I applied my moisturizer with this, and I followed that with my primer. So you are able to use like more skincare products, and that's probably why the pores seem a little bit tighter. It's so it doesn't absorb your serums, and of course serums are a little bit thinner. They're supposed to penetrate deep into your skin, so it just makes sense for the white beauty blender to be that way, to just be a little bit tighter. And then the second beauty blender that I used was for the foundation. So the reason for the nude beauty blender, the nude beauty blender is just this color, not for any specific reason. This one I didn't even want to show you guys because I don't have the other colors, because there's been a red one, I think there's been a purple one, and I don't know, some other color. So these are just limited edition colors. If you see like a weird color, that's probably what it is. I think the red one was like for red carpet. But this one, so I think it was more for like no makeup movement. So this one I did use for my foundation, and I like the fact that it is nude because it doesn't feel as gross and stained, because obviously foundation is closer to this color, so that is why I used that one for my foundation. So after the foundation, I did my contouring. So I used the black beauty blender for this. This is my favorite beauty blender. It just, like I said, it feels so much nicer. And this beauty blender is called the Pro. Any professional makeup artist or anything like that, but obviously anybody can use it. So this one was made black, so you can use a lot darker products, so that's why I blended out my contour with it. It says that you can use it for self-tanning, so anything dark products that you can use for this. I also think it's good for pros because it doesn't stain as easily, or doesn't look as stained as all the other colors, and it's just more professional for you if you're going into you know, work, you want to have like clean products or clean looking products. So then after that, I did my concealer, so that is where this little beauty blender comes in. But this one is meant for more detail work or more detail application, so you can obviously use it to blend out your concealer, you can use it for highlighting, you can use it for anything like cream shadow. Anything really where you're going to need a little bit more precision. So it feels exactly the same, it's just a mini. And last but not least, I used the original Beauty Blender. So I used my original Beauty Blender to bake under the eyes and kind of chisel out the cheekbones. So this one you can use with powder. You can use for blush, for powder, anything. But you guys, whatever color that you decide to get, they all do the exact same thing. Like I'm telling you, the differences are so tiny in how they feel, but you could technically do everything that I just said just with one color. You don't have to have a billion beauty blenders at all. But just if you wanted to get into that, or if you have, you know, another choice in getting another color, I'm just giving you what the actual purposes of them are. I kind of just wanted to test it out. They do work beautifully for what they are designed for, but I also feel like I could have, you know, switched them around and it would have done the exact same thing. With the exception maybe of the white one. If I had a really nice expensive serum, I'd probably want to use the tightest one, or the one that won't absorb as much product. So I definitely feel like the white one has the most purpose to it. But my two favorites are the black and the white, just because I feel like they are the most different. At least like most different to each other, because this one is a lot more fluffy, this one's a little denser. So I just like the major differences between these. And I say major in like the most exaggerated type of way, because they're still both beauty blenders. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Am I the only one that was living under a rock, or are you guys with me on this? Like, did you guys know? Please leave your comments down below, and until next time, love you.